So I was just thinking that I haven't updated my no makeup routine. It's a video that I did about maybe 3 or 4 years ago now. I did really well on Pinterest. It has like almost 1 million views, so happy about that, but it's time to update it. So right now I don't have on any makeup, and if you've ever seen my face before without makeup on camera, it was uneven. I had a lot of acne scars. I still have some hyperpigmentation, like on my cheeks. This is where it's prone. And one of the main reasons is because, like, when I'm working at my desk, I have a habit of doing this. And then I end up getting that in here. And I think I slept with my makeup then, and just whatever. So what I do now, after I put on like my salicylic acid moisturizer, I just use my Avon Magic's Prime. So this one is from a few years ago. I don't think that we even have this anymore. We actually have this. It's called a Match Blur Oil Control Primer Balm. I haven't used it yet because I still have a lot of this and I ain't wasting my money. So it comes in this container. I'll do something on that later. So what I do now is, because I only put concealer when I'm going to work, I don't really usually wear a full face of makeup unless I took pictures earlier and I didn't wash my face before I go to work. So I usually just do this only in the area, and then I'm gonna put my concealer. And I usually try not to talk in videos because I talk too much and it it takes too long. So primer, setting spray is the secret. And as you can see, I need to order another bottle. So primer, spray. I keep a little fan handy. And this is the same fan I used in my video from a few years ago, so it's held up really well. Let the setting spray dry. In each step, it's important to dry out the liquid, whether it's your concealer, the spray, or your foundation, because if you start to spread it before it's dried out and kind of thickened, it's going to be a very light coverage and it's not going to do what you need it to do. So let that start to dry. Then get your concealer. I still am using LA Girl Pro Conceal. I think it's just one of the best I've used so far, so if it ain't broke, why fix it, right? And this color that I'm using is Toast, and I put it, just get enough to get a good coverage, and then spread it. Don't keep squeezing it because you're going to put more product on it than you need. Not really concerned with that. And then I spray again. I gotta turn the thing so that I can get that little bit. Spray, dry. And you know that it's good to start to spread it out once it stops feeling wet. And I keep the fan on it as I'm doing this. And what I don't do, so just keep in mind where the darkest part of the hyperpigmentation is, and don't pat down that area too much, because then you start to thin out the coverage. So, and just blend it out around it. And on this side. So for my skin products, I use a combination of benzoyl peroxide, a 10% face wash, and then I think it's a 5% acne, like a blemish clearing cream, and what else? I'm using some pads from Urban Skin RX to, it's like a at-home peel. I can't think of the correct name right now, so I'll have to get that to you. And what else? And I still use my salicylic moisturizer. So all that together has evened out my skin. I do a coffee scrub about 2 times a week, because after all that peeling and, you know, the drying from those products, you'll have a lot of like dead skin. So you need to slough that off with this really great scrub. So I'll share that with you. And so that's all blended in. And then I spray it one more time to set it. So I'm not, even though I will do false lashes when I'm taking pictures, but I really don't like doing them. I don't really like wearing them. I don't like how they feel, but not what I do now more often is I use a lash primer, which is the secret to making your own lashes look a lot thicker than what they naturally are, and my mascara. So I'm going to show you, try to get up close to show you. See, so mine are kind of thin. My skin looks dry in those 2 areas right now, but trust me, once it sets and my natural oil starts to come through, it'll look like I'm glowing. So look. You wouldn't think that my lashes were this long just looking. Like, look at that eye, and look at this. But because they're so light, you can't tell. Excuse me, I keep clearing my throat because my allergies are like kicking my behind. So, look at that. And the most important part of using lash primer is you have to let it dry. So once it becomes tacky, the mascara is able to adhere to it, and then you'll get the full effect. So the lashes on my my right eye are so much better than my left eye. These actually look shorter than the other one. I'm just going to work, so I'm not looking for perfection. And to speed this up, and when I'm doing my makeup now and I do just the primer, I'll put the primer on, then I'll go to my eyebrows to fill those in. And then by the time I'm done with that, it will have dried enough to do the mascara. But because I'm in a rush, I'm gonna use this. So hopefully that's enough. I hate when it clumps in that one area. I'll separate it with my tweezer off camera. But look at that. You would have never thought that my lashes could look like this by looking at it without the primer. I've been seeing people advertising the thickening serums, but I'm just so afraid. My skin is so sensitive, and that's another reason why I don't like to use the lashes, because it irritates my eye. Not terribly, but just I can like do without it. And voila. This is my no makeup look for my work days. Throw in some chapstick or some Vaseline. I'm still that girl. And head out. So remember, setting spray is going to be your best friend when you're using concealer and you want it to stay in place and last really long. So this one, check the Avon website, look for me to buy it. They have a great primer, setting spray, and when I have time in the next video, I'll show you their bomb bronzers. So, okay, off I go.